a Jojo fan. I like Jojos. I love the memes. I love the aesthetic. Just in general, is Jojo's a show that is like no other. And I know that the Jojo's fandom loves the anime with all their being, and I do like it too. Look, I even draw some fan art. But it took me damn long time to actually enjoy and care for this show. I always enjoyed watching it, mainly because of the memes, but I didn't necessarily care for the characters or the plot in the beginning. It took me 3 parts, to be exact 74 episodes, and I only began to enjoy the anime because of Diamond is Unbreakable. Josuke, you really saved this anime for me, man. But yeah, this is not going to be a rant or roast. Well, the beginning is gonna sound like a roast. However, this will end on a positive note because I don't want to upset the Jojo fans. So let's start with this Jojo review, which is definitely not a roast or rant. So yeah, let's begin with part 1, Phantom Blood. So luckily is part 1 so short, because if it would have been any longer, I would probably not even make this video. Part 1 is alright, it's cute, it's an alright introduction, and I probably enjoyed it way more back then than I should have, mainly because of the memes, and every time I saw one I pointed at it and was like, oh, I know this one. Jonathan Joestar is also a cute first Jojo. You know, the ultimate gentleman, just a perfect shonen protagonist. His dynamic with Dio is intriguing enough, mainly because Dio is the most interesting character in part 1, and even that is really generous, and I really don't want to be that harsh, but I don't know what the mangaka was thinking when he created the characters in part 1. Where is the flavor? Where is the sauce? Where is the taste? The characters are quite empty, and I did not care. I really didn't care. But, and I have to say this because I'm a fair person, the first part did make me chuckle a few times. The bizarre humor, ha ha ha, was kind of funny to me, because I also have a wacky sense of humor. And the ending of part 1 did surprise me. Jonathan actually dying shocked me. Like, I was sitting in front of the TV and was like, no, no, no. But no, he actually dies, which is kind of funny actually, when comparing him to Jojo in the future. But yeah, the mangaka actually had the guts to kill his main character off, and I respect that a lot. So props to that. And that's basically everything I have to say about part 1. It's not horrible or anything, but it's definitely forgettable. And yeah, let's continue with part 2, Battle Tendency. This is where the dread has started for me. Part 2 might have my favorite opening, like it's so good, but it was also the part in which I just stopped watching and only returned to because of a friend after several months. And you know what? When I continued, it felt like I missed nothing. This part made me roll my eyes so many times. It's not even that funny. I could just no longer tolerate the wacky ass humor. And this is coming from someone with some real wacky ass humor. But yeah, part 2 was really testing me, my guys. There were also parts I enjoyed, and improvements were definitely made in comparison to part 1. I really like that this Jojo had a companion, Caesar, also when, his arc was really disappointing, but I do enjoy Miyabari's story. The Mentor story also felt way more intertwined in the story, especially since Lisa is literally Joseph's mother. And I also preferred that Joseph was not this perfect shonen protagonist, but had more edge to him. But also, Joseph was the only one who really improved in terms of strength. Like, I was really disappointed by the strength level of Caesar, and I was actually looking forward to him and Joseph fighting off and facing off the Pillar Man together. Like, I would have actually enjoyed that a lot. And in the end, it's just Joseph who really fights them. Yeah, other people also come and try to fight him off, and it always seems like they almost defeat them, but then they just level up, and in the end, Joseph has to fight them off. And I really did not want to see that. I don't want an overpowered protagonist with immense plot armor and can just fight his way through the villains. I think if Joseph and Caesar would have faced off the Parliament together and actually defeated them together through teamwork, Presidency could have been really impactful. Yeah, rivals to friends is a really cliche story device, but if done well, it can be really intriguing and engage the viewer even more. But yeah, no, that does not happen. Instead, Caesar Caesar gets crushed by a statue. Like, what the hell, man? This is so disrespectful. This is the funniest and dumbest way to kill off a character. And yeah, I know he was bleeding before and would have died in any other way, but still, he's supposed to be really strong and powerful. And then he dies like that. Like, huh? I could not stop laughing. Even though when Joseph Joseph finds his body, and yeah, maybe I'm a bad human being, yeah, but yeah, part 2 was really dumb. Also, Joseph's relationship with Susie Q came out of nowhere. I was really confused, and I hope I was not the only one, because then I might feel really stupid. But yeah, part 2 was in the end just forgettable as part 1, and you know what? I still pushed through part 3, and yeah, part 3 actually caught my interest, so let's go on with part 3, Stardust Crusade.
No. Yes.
Stardust Crusade actually started off pretty good. The first episodes got me, not gonna lie.
Yeah, they had us the first half, I'm not gonna lie.
You know what? I actually liked all the episodes in which the characters were introduced. I loved the introduction of Kakio and Polnareff into the story, also Abdul, of course, because I thought they could offer something new to the story. And then the aspect with the mother came into the equation, so there was always this constant reminder for the characters that time is also the enemy, and if they would not arrive early enough or fail, the mother would die. But yeah, the execution though was kinda meh. Part 3 is way too long. It is way too long. And part of the reason why I didn't enjoy it was because I watched it too fast, since I really wanted to be done with it. But part 3 is the part that you should really consume in small portions, especially when they meet an enemy and they have to fight them for 2 or 1 episode, which is the formula they use throughout this whole part. They fight someone that somehow hinders them to arrive at their destination, and oh no, time, we have to fight them as fast as possible or else the mother will die. It was so formulaic and so boring. It was just so boring. And I did not look forward to the next episode. And then the fact that the characters had no development and were just boring. It was so frustrating. They were so flat. And I know they said this to the previous parts, but oh my god, it got so much worse in part 3. The characters are so bland. I did not enjoy them interacting with each other at all. They gave me nothing. And that is such a problem to me. And when they died, I felt nothing. I just thought that it was stupid and for shock value. And yes, I'm going to say this, but the dog did not need to be in the story. It did not need to be here. The dog did almost nothing until the very end, and when he died, I did not care. Maybe I am a bad person. But yeah, the fight at the end was cool, but I couldn't care. This part really ruined Jojo for me. So let's just move on with part 4, man.
ちんたらしてっとそのアトムみてえな頭も刈り上げっと俺どうして早くせいおい先輩あんた 今俺のこの頭のことなんつった。何？サンゴ。
Diamond is unbreakable is great. I'm really enjoying this part currently. I'm not finished with it at the moment, but I wanted to end this video on a more positive note because I am indeed a Jojo fan, and part 4 is giving me everything, at least at the moment, that I wanted from Jojo. Maybe I also enjoy it more because the story takes place on a smaller scale and it feels more personal. Like the relationship between the characters feels way closer, especially in comparison to part 3, and I have only watched a few episodes of part 4. Also, and this is just a me thing, but I really like that the main trio, like those guys, look so different, like in any way possible. Because in the previous parts, they did not look the same, but they all had this shared build. But in part 4, they actually look like different people, and I really like that. Josuke is also kind of cool, like I really like him as the new Jojo, although the way he's introduced into the story is kind of cursed. Why did you have to do this to us, Joseph? Why?
I was rooting for you! We were all rooting for you! How dare you!
But yeah, that's everything I have to say about part 4. Like I said, I only watched a few episodes, I think about 1/3 of part 4. And when this video doesn't receive a ton of backlash, then I will make a part 2 and talk about the following parts. Until then, see you in the end credit. Hi Watchers, this is TheWatcher. As some of you might know, I did upload a video, Mother, but many sections of it got copyrighted, and whenever I changed them, another section got copyrighted, and I got so frustrated that I just took it down. Yeah, I'm sorry. This was also supposed to be a very different video, and I wanted to make this video way later, but here I am. I still hope you enjoyed it, and please, Jojo fans, don't get angry at me. I am a Jojo fan. I am one of you, okay? Don't come at me. I just had some things to say about the show because the beginning was rough, guys. You have to admit, the beginning was very, very rough. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did and the backlash is not that strong, I might make a second video and talk about all the following parts. But until then, see you in the next video and bye!